welcome to this special edition of Shifting Gears, a show where we put the spotlight on the automobile sector. And today we have with us a team from Repsol and the Global Lubricants Director Orlando Carbo is here from Repsol, and Mr. Prakash, the CEO at GP Petroleums, is here. Thank you, gentlemen, for being a part of the show. Let me ask you first, Orlando, first India visit. Last year we've seen this brand Repsol launched in India, seen a decent amount of excitement around it. What's been your assessment of the first year of Repsol brand? How has it performed? Are you happy with it? What are your future plans? Give us a lowdown.
Yes, of course. India for us has always been a very attractive market to be in. So since some months or years ago, we were looking for trying to find the right partner to be with us in order to do things right, to take advantage of the opportunity that this market can offer.
Sure.
So after a selective way, we found our partner, our GP Petroleum. So we started to work since last year. The market is huge here. The lubricant market is huge, and we wanted to focus on automotive lubricants. Automotive lubricants means something like half of the total lubricants market size of India.
That's true.
So we started to work together in order to make a business plan, how to
penetrate into the market.
Of course.
Where you already have a lot of players, and the competition, I think, is
yes, of course. There's a lot of competitors. Most of the majors are here. So. And we have a strong range of products, good quality, excellent quality, excellent brand image. So we thought we were able to enter in. So focusing in the automotive lubricant, we started by launching our motorcycle range of products. You know that we have a strong alliance with Honda, the team Repsol Honda in MotoGP. This is the longest running alliance in history.
That's true.
Between a brand, a lubricant brand, and a motorcycle brand. So
that had its rub off in India as well. I mean, people recognize the brand.
Yes. The people here, people is aware about this. People like racing here in India.
Right.
And we realized that. So that's why we decided to start by motorcycle.
Sure.
We did that around April, May last year with big success. After that, the next step was going to passenger car motor oils. Looking here, automotive is cars.
Of course, it's one of the big markets.
I mean, this is crazy. You go by the streets, and always you can find traffic jam. So big opportunity also for this segment. Also, we did it some months ago. A complete range of products, and finally now we have just launched the diesel engine oil range of products here. This is in the whole automotive lubricant segment. Diesel engine oil is the most of the volume, but we wanted to enter in this
step by step.
So now we have, I think we have a complete portfolio in order to give to the end user here in India.
So I think the step by step approach, slow and steady, get into each segments and sort of penetrate into markets. The response has been satisfactory. Can you throw some numbers, Mr. Prakash? If you can help us understand in last 1 year, how has been the performance in terms of, if you can quantify that for us?
I mean, it's quite, before I get into the performance, I always would like to, first is Orlando's visit to India. This is the first time he's visiting India as a person and as also as a representative from Repsol. What it signifies is the importance Repsol as an organization is giving to India as a country with the potential.
Sure.
All of us know India, the potential is growing, and it's actually another wave of growth we are getting into. Probably we have even beaten the growth rate in two-wheelers in China as well. So I think it's a very interesting phase in the automotive history. Now, we launched it less than a year ago. It's not even a year since we launched it. So possibly, so in about 9 months' time, what we see, the market, the consumer market is aware of Repsol. So we didn't have to really tell people what Repsol is. I would say we were on a ready-made sort of a platform. And another olive branch which we had was Honda has been already promoting their racing bikes. So which became a very perfect timing that we are into the picture, both with the support from Honda, which is more of a global strategic alliance.
Right, and it had its India effect.
It has the India effect, and we do piggyback right on that. So the first thing is response is good, which means we are inquisitive. And we have also been cautious in seeding the market because we also wanted to keep the profile of this brand as a premium brand in the country, because it's very easy to dilute the brand when we shift into different countries. So we really wanted to keep that image, and that's where the close connect with Repsol really helps. So Repsol really helps us in the marketing plans and also in the quality audit of the plant and the process. So it's a two-way thing. One, the quality is ensured. They audit the plant, and we really wanted to bring it with an ethos of make in India. I mean, it's very easy to bring it and trade it, but our principle was we should make it in India with the country's current philosophy, and I'm glad that Repsol did the complete audit and our plant was certified. They went a step further. Actually, it's very interesting that beyond the plant, they said we also want to audit your vendors. Now, that's a challenging part, but this is a win-win, and we also learn how, I mean, the vendors
global
also,
practices.
It's a global practice.
It's a good thing that way,
Many of the global companies do that, and that was the good thing which happened, that the vendors also improve their own standards of manufacturing and safety as well. Because they care for the people who work.
Right. First year done, you know, you've set your footprint, you've seen good response come in. Now, what next? I mean, where do we see you get aggressive, get on to getting a market share, a leadership position? How is that, all that coming along? Do you have a plan?
Of course, we have a plan that we are working together. No? I mean, as I told before, the market is very attractive. It's growing every year, and our goal is to have at least 5% of market share in automotive lubricant segment in no more than 10 years. I mean, we're starting from nothing, from almost zero, no, but taking into consideration that we have people awareness of the product. But I guess that doing things right, having the right portfolio, and working together, working very, 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 very hard in put the brand in mindset of the people, you know, in the heart of the people, because this is a very also an emotional business, no? And we really think that we can do it. So by, I guess, no later than 10 years, we will have this 5% of the market.
That's the target set out. Tell me, how critical or challenging is it when you reach out to OEMs and they already have, supplier base, and, you know, they have partnerships, and what is the USP that you bring on the table, apart from being one of the big global brands? But, you know, others have proven their track, you know, have been there and been servicing them well. There's been no problem. So how do you sort of get inroads with the OEMs, and what is your USP that OEMs should sort of look at you?
Very good. Here, basically, the passion is what really drives the business. Repsol is a global brand. We have a golden platter to start with, but it's never an easy path to go. Even when the global world knows that Repsol and Honda are partners, we still have to work our way within the country. But yes, we have the doors open with Honda to start with for a discussion, while they follow a global strategic alliance and their marketing and their branding, which goes along with that. If we need to get a supply position, if we need to get an aftermarket position, we have to do our own groundwork. So this is where our company is focusing on.
This is for all OEMs.
All OEMs.
All OEMs.
It's not specific with Honda alone, because there are so many bikes.
Of course, and there's a huge potential. I mean, all the global brands in India.
We will be working with the OEMs We'll also be working in the aftermarket. How do we really bring this branding to light, and how do we really get the heart and mind of the people? The good thing is the Indian population is more young compared to.
So you're saying B2B and B2C as well?
Both will be there.
Yeah. So when do we see you become more big on B2C platform as well? In terms of your expansion, your distribution, how is that going to pan out?
See, in simple terms, we want to double our run rate in the next financial year.
Okay.
So we cannot go on incremental growth. So we have to double in close succession if we have to meet the critical volume. So that will be the simple target in the next 1 or 2 years. We will have to double the run rate every 6 months. Right. Otherwise, we will not be able to catch up the growth pattern what we want. And the sort of a growth target which we are looking for in the next decade, it's not an easy target because there are established players in the country.
That's exactly what my question was.
And there are huge sort of an efforts everybody has put in. But there is a route to the market.
But how do you distinct yourself as a brand? I mean, you said you are premium that ways, right? And what is the other USP that you bring to the table, which no other lubricant maker brings?
We call it champion's choice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. That is something that is in the heart of the brand. No, in the not only the emotional way that the brand can represent, but also that is supported by a very strong technological support and development.
Okay.
No, our products are really in the top of technology. We have a specialized technological center in Spain that works a lot with the additive supplier, additive producers, in order to test, develop, and produce the best lubricant, quality of lubricant available. With the team Repsol Honda, we test our products. So I mean, the best way to test it, to test them are in competition.
Sure.
No? And also we test it in laboratories, engine testing,
sure.
So we can assure really to our consumers, our clients, our customers, both B2C, both B2B, that we are able and eager to give them the best quality products in the market.
Right. The diesel engine oil that you talked about, there's a lot of course, demand because the commercial vehicle space. I mean, we largely are diesel dominated when you talk about, the mode of transport that we take. But with the diesel ban that one had seen last year, there has been a reluctance from consumers on, picking up a diesel vehicle over a petrol, and the prices, etc., were other factors. At this stage, diesel engine oil, what are your, expectations on the kind of
I think
response
the government has really taken the right step forward in reducing the pollution level in the air. Now, the pollution, so basically if you see today, it is the time of the BS4 or the Euro 4 norms, sure, which are in place. And the government has actually accelerated and leapfrogged into BS6, which is the Euro 6 norms by 2020. Now, this is a solid leap where we have everybody, the engine manufacturer has to keep pace with it. The fuel used will be keeping up. In fact, all the PSUs in the country are already upgrading their refineries to meet for that sort of fuel norms. Sure. It's basically the sulfur content and also the NOx levels, which is being measured. And also the lubricant manufacturers are following suit. Luckily, all the lubricant manufacturers, including Repsol, global trials and work are already on to meet these sort of norms. Coming specifically, why diesel? Diesel is used both in the commercial vehicles as well as in the passenger cars. Now, commercial vehicles, still diesel is largely used, and if you really see the bulk of the volume in the country on the automotive lubricants is on the diesel engine space. So this will be a major focal point. Consumption will be there, but how well do we manage the Euro norms or the BS norms will be the trick. So everybody is going to fall in line with that. So we are very closely following from a technology perspective. So the USP here from a diesel engine point of view is technology, and we are ready with the product, and the OEMs are also working on. So it's going to be a close collaboration. The bulk of the volume at the BS6 norms will be ruling the country in the lubricants as well.
Sure.
That said, today, we are able to offer, when we place on CI or CI Plus, sort of a range of product, and later on it will go to higher degrees as well. But today, if you see the CF4, which is still bulk of the consumption, it's not going to really meet the BS6 as of now. But when you're introducing a product, we need to look at the, realistic volume, what we can do.
But as the world is moving towards electric, hybrid vehicles, where does, the role of lubricant players like you come?
Electric vehicles really don't use much lubricants, no? I mean, but it will all depend in each market. No, I mean, the world is very big, no? So we will have to focus, no, in the market where we think that we have the opportunities. But talking a little bit about this diesel thing here in India, no? So we wanted to tell you that we have presence in market where now they have the top of the level of the diesel engine that they have to accomplish. So, and we have already products of top quality. Now. No, so in the moment that India market would need those level of quality, we are ready to. We're ready to supply. We're ready to supply, to produce, to develop whatever needs customer needs.
Give us a sense of what what is the plan in terms of the product range that you will be introducing. Where do you see potential? You said two-wheelers, then you are talking about the diesel engine oil. Which areas you think will get traction, and where will we see you focusing on?
As I told before, I mean, we have now a portfolio that we think by now is complete for the customer needs of the Indian market.
Sure.
No? I mean, in motorcycle, PCMO, and diesel engine oil. But these needs are going to evolve, are going to change, and our duty is to be on alert always. To be in a close relationship with OEMs, close relationship with end users, in order to identify in a very proactive way and very quickly the customer needs.
Where the demand is,
Yes, to change. So in that moment we will have to review the portfolio in order to maybe add some products or take some products out of the market.
So you're flexible then?
Yes, of course. Of course. We have a duty with the customer. So that's why we have to. To really be aware of that and to rationalize, to increase the portfolio in the way that the customer needs.
Sure. Marine lubricants, is that area where we'll see you, getting your big globally and in Spain? So what about that?
Yes, we have a big range of marine products also. I mean that maybe now is not a priority here, no?
Of course.
But maybe another industrial products. GP is strong in industrial sector. We also have an excellent portfolio industrial lubricant. So that is, I guess, another way that we can explore, to develop and increase the
Is that a plan in 2017?
So these are niche products where there is an exclusive technology from Repsol, and in the industrial sphere as well we will use it. Because we already have a brand, IPOL, which is in the industrial sphere. So where there is a technology requirement and a product that is coming out of Repsol stable for industrial, it's there for us to take. So and we're going to make it in India and sell it as well. So that is already in the table. But the current the noise or the vibration is all on the automotive segment.
Fair enough, and that's really a big space to capture on, because it's growing very rapidly.
And from a volume perspective, the diesel engine oils will overtake at some point in time on the volumes, because that's the biggest volume in the country.
Of course.
But of course, the niche areas or the high margin areas on the activity level will be more onto the motorcycle and the passenger cars, where the qualitatively it's much more advanced.
Of course.
And the connect or the passion involved will be much more. So you will find a lot more of talk about the motorcycle oils. And just to tell you one more USP is because the team has been winning in the last few years, all the MotoGP. I mean, you open any of the car and bike magazine, I'm so pleased to see that it's the photograph of the Honda Repsol team, which is winning, Marcus and Danny. And so it goes without saying.
Yeah.
So people automatically feel that's the USP.
The winning
colors. So we actually captioned the word that Repsol is champion's choice, and it's there to be. We don't have to tell anybody. It's already there. Yeah. Now, how do we capitalize it? How do we really get this across the minds and hearts of the people? That's a hard job. So that.
And costing. Do you think pricing plays a key role here? I mean, how do you manage that? Because India is a very price conscious market, we all know. I mean, talk about a customer or an OEM, everybody,
for sure, we have a pricing strategy, in the market. So we have, it all depends on the segment, on the type of product, where you are competing, but for sure, at the end of the day, Harry know very good the market, so we are sure
you
that
roped in some good
we are
people.
sure.
So let me, since Orlando mentioned about that, so one is India is a very, very interesting country wherein it's not necessarily that the low price means you will sell more. I mean, I think we have a very mature market now in India which looks at value for money. Now, you see the number of bikes and the cars that has entered the country and be manufactured here. Right from the what you call run-of-the-mill sort of a products up to the high end of the, whether it's the bikes or whether it's the cars, you have absolutely wonderful vehicles. Now, people who own these vehicles also want reliable, good global brands.
People are mature now and they take the right decision basis, not the cost in that sense.
So it's not the price per liter.
The running cost.
Of course, and they look for top-tier products. And we are ready to supply. I mean, and of course, pricing is related also to a pricing strategy, but you have to take aware of competition in order to be in the market, not be out of the market. But if you can offer to the customer the right relationship between price and quality, I mean, you will be there.
Sure.
So to put the cart before the wheel, let's say, since you asked for the pricing, the general pricing will be the premium, in line with the premium brands in the country. So that's where it will be, and we definitely believe that the value for money is there for those premium products. And we have
it's a fragmented market right now. I mean,
there's a lot of brands and
too many brands, organized, unorganized, and so going around that also is of course challenging. Right now, how much is who's the largest player, and what is the
Swati, you know the best, who is the market leader, so I don't have to tell the name.
We prefer not name our competitors. Competitors. We respect them, and we are ready to compete.
Of course. You spoke about Make in India, and I want to ask you on what your plans are. I mean, do you think India could be a base for exporting as well from here to some markets around? Is that some part of your strategy eventually? Have you thought over it?
Okay. When we talk about that, we think that we have to go step by step. We are just beginning to supply here in India, and India is very huge. It's so big. In the time when we think that we have fully covered the demand, if there is opportunity to go out, maybe we can do it. But now, I
asked you this question because a lot of OEMs who are not doing so well in India, but they are big global brands, and these are auto companies, have found a de-risking strategy to start or sustainable business model to start exporting and make some money while in India they're figuring out and trying to sort of set base. So it's just de-risking your portfolio and your
our main focus is India.
Right.
India. We're here to stay. We're here to succeed. And that's why we're thinking now. Our plan in this the following 5 years is focus on India. In 5 more years, have that 5% of market share. That is our goal. Okay. If we, in the way we find any opportunity to do something like that, we will explore it. Well,
with that, it's a wrap. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for being a part of the show and giving us an insight into what Repsol is going to bring to India and exciting product range that you spoke about. Thanks indeed.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.